The Hughes, as you probably know, are the ultimate hockey family, as both Jim, Quinn's father, played college hockey for Province College, and his mom, Ellen, also played hockey at the college level for the University of New Hampshire. Quinn himself later followed suit while playing for the University of Michigan before being taken 7th overall in the first round of the 2018 NHL entry draft by the Vancouver Canucks. As you also may know, around a year later, his younger brother Jack was the first selection in last year's entry draft, taken by the New Jersey Devils. But what you may not know is, the Hughes family isn't done when it comes to making their mark in the hockey world. As the youngest of the three, Luke, like Quinn, is also a defenseman and is currently playing for the U.S. National Development Team and has also already committed to playing for the University of Michigan in 2021. Speaking of Luke, if the 16-year-old once eligible is drafted in the first round of the 2021 NHL entry draft, the Hughes family will instantly be in the record books, as no 3 American-born players have ever had a trio of brothers be drafted all within the first round. I'd call any expectations for Luke just unfair. He's different than Quinn and Jack. Says, I believe he's still growing into his frame. He's lankier. He's going to take some more time to fill out, he says. During Quinn's time spent playing for the U.S. National Development Team in Michigan, he started a tradition that his 2 younger brothers would continue. The eldest of the Hughes brothers started off his U17 season with the number 43, the one that he wears today. In the second year, number 6, Luke also is currently carrying on the tradition as he is now sporting number 43, but it will be very interesting to see the number that the defenseman ultimately chooses upon his NHL debut. June 22nd, as in the first day of the NHL entry draft, was truly a special one for Quinn Hughes and his family, but also for Hughes and his best friend Brady Tkachuk. The 2 first-round picks became friends at 15 years old while playing for the U.S. National Development Team. Brady and Quinn were not only teammates, but also roommates. After graduating high school, their story was far from over. The pair both followed in their father's footsteps after committing to play college hockey. Quinn, as I mentioned before, played for the University of Michigan and Brady for Boston University. The duo met again, but this time on opposing sides, for the first time on ice in March of 2018. As far as Brady was concerned, while on the playing surface, there are no friends. I told him that day we're not talking, and it's friends off the ice and competitors on the ice. I remember Quinn slashed me, so I ran up behind him, gave him a little credit card, and said, "Don't do that again, or it's gonna get pretty physical here," he says. So when both players were selected by their respective teams in Dallas, the moment was surreal for friends that identify more as brothers. We went through a lot of the same things together, Quinn says. He's a brother to me.
Okay, one more time. If it ends with an N, you add an R. If it ends in a consonant, you add a Y. And if all else fails, you just simply add an S. That's the nickname algorithm.
Many hockey players receive nicknames that closely resemble their last names. It's pretty much an unspoken rule in hockey. But for Quinn, who received his nickname from fellow Canuck Brandon Sutter, the nickname is far from typical.
Huggy Bear.
Huggy Bear.
Huggy Bear.
Yes, you heard correctly. Huggy Bear is the name that many teammates say when referring to number 43. As soon as we drafted him, I thought, Hugsy, then Huggy Bear, Sutter says. He came in one day, like the 3rd day he was here, and had on a t-shirt with a tiny little bear on it. It was perfect. Huggy Bear was perfect, he says. As far as Hughes, though, he's decided not to give Sutter and other teammates any more ammunition when it comes to the catchy nickname. I think I've kind of gotten used to it by now, but it's pretty funny, Hughes says. I didn't help myself with a t-shirt last year, but I definitely haven't worn it since, he says.